So for the first time since lockdown beginning, I've been able to come back into our site here at Padrec to check on how things have been going without any people around. And as you might imagine, the wildlife has been able to really thrive without humans walking around and children building dens, making lots of noise. And one thing that I was particularly interested in seeing was how the pond life is getting on, because normally at this stage of the year we have been, well, lots of groups have been in with nets and investigating what's been going on in the pond, looking at the tadpoles and the newts. And in some way, obviously that's a really great thing that people get a chance to see that, but it also means that they get disturbed quite a lot. It's quite amazing what you can see without even having to do any pond dipping. You can already see a beautiful big pond snail there, and there are some tadpoles. You can see them under there. And over here, some water boatmen. And then this creature here, which I'm not 100% sure what it is, appears to be some kind of water beetle. So I'm going to have a little look, see what I can find in the water. Making sure that I don't fall in, because even though it's a beautiful sunny day today, I don't want to end up in the water. So I'm sat in a safety position with one knee down and one knee up. And I'm going to use the pond in a figure 8 motion. So that means moving it around like the number 8 to try and catch as much in my net as possible, whilst not allowing the what I find to escape from the net. Okay, well, what I've certainly got a lot of at the moment is pondweed. So I'm going to really gently try and put some of this back without crushing any of the animals that I might have found. And then I'm going to take my net over to my little tray of water. I'm going to put it in, and I'm going to gently tip it upside down with the net in the water. Give it a little wiggle so everything gets out into there. You can see a lot of stuff in here already. First of all, these guys over here are baby newts, otherwise known as Fs. Pretty incredible little creatures. They look a little bit like baby dragons. Get zooming on his face a little bit there. Stunning creatures. And we also have next to it, oh, there's another one. We also have those guys. The guy that just darted past really fast was a mayfly nymph. He'll grow into a mayfly at some point. And just seen there, perhaps a little diving beetle. And we have some water boatmen. And there's some water boatmen on the top over here. I will find. Yeah, this guy here. You can see why they are called water boatmen, with their oar-like arms that help them to row through the water. This guy is, I believe, a greater water boatman, which hang upside down and float themselves using little air bubbles. What else have we got in here? There is a tadpole. Oh, it disappeared. A couple of them. So these are frog tadpoles that we found in here, and you can tell because they are browner and have a mottled appearance as opposed to the much darker toad tadpoles. But I've also found we have a little froglet. So they've reached the next stage in their life cycle, whereby the frog tadpole starts to grow little legs, starting with its back legs and then its front legs, and begins its journey to becoming a fully fledged frog. Now I've just done another pond dip here, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what I found in here. For a start, I can see it absolutely writhing with little tadpoles. I did it in a slightly different part of the pond, and it appears that I might have quite a catch here, so let's have a look what I found. Look at the number of them in there. Probably 100 in one dip. And there are some other exciting things that we've unearthed in here, which I may have to take out separately to have a look at. But these are indeed toad tadpoles. You can see they're much darker and a little bit bigger. If we zoom in on their action over in this corner, I'm going to make them out a little bit more clearly. You may be able to see that most of them, it appears, have started developing those little back legs that they are kicking, but none of them have got their front legs yet, unlike the little froglets. Oh, there's a little froglet on cue. So in this catch, we've found another couple of really exciting things. The first of which is a smooth newt. And here is one of them over here. You can see that lovely spotted appearance on their bodies. And they look rather like lizards, although they're certainly not reptiles, they're amphibians. And it can be quite difficult to tell the difference between the males and the females when it's not breeding season. I'm pretty sure I have two males here. There's another one, this one's even bigger. Possibly not best of friends? Oh, they are friends, look at that. The other thing I found are a couple of dragonfly nymphs. Now these guys are voracious carnivores, and they will eat pretty much anything small enough to fit in their mouths. And they look rather like aliens, and in fact the story goes that the film Alien, the aliens in that film were inspired by these creatures. And you can see why. And these guys, if they can survive those giant newts that are crawling all over them, will turn into dragonflies. And of course, as always, they need to be put safely back into their homes.